Welcome to CallumConnects, 5-minute entrepreneurial inspiration for your day. Our special guest today on CallumConnects Micro-Podcast is Victoria Sylvester. Vicky is the founder and CEO of Acacia Training Limited and has been an entrepreneur for 21 years. She also happens to sit on the board of directors with me at MBH Corporation.
A hurdle that I've faced as an entrepreneur that I want to share with you actually relates to failure on a tender that we had won and delivered on for many, many years. And then one year submitted the tender and we failed it. And this tender was a significant part of the business. It was the main revenue. It's what we delivered on the most. So you can imagine opening that email, being told you failed, and the feeling of utter shock and disbelief and the fear, the worry that then comes with that. But very quickly we started to look at, rather than worrying about what we couldn't do, we started to look at what we can do. So there was a lot of noise in the industry at that time. There was a lot of reform and change, and a lot of our competitors and other businesses in the sector were caught up in this noise. But we weren't caught up in the noise because we hadn't passed the tender. So we submitted our appeal and very quickly just had to. And I'm not saying that was easy. I felt very stressed and worried at the time, but just park that. Couldn't do anything about that now. We'd submitted an appeal and we had to just let that run its course. But then what we did do was start to look at other opportunities, and actually started to look at opportunities we'd never explored before. We looked at opportunities while the other parts of the market were busy, stuck in the noise, so they weren't looking for them at the same time. And that started to lead us on to different revenue streams, different services we could offer to our customers, and actually started to teach us more about diversification, not just of revenue, diversification of our offer, and we restructured our team. And I'm not saying this was easy, it was incredibly stressful. There was a lot of unknowns, but I think having that focus on what you can do and having a look at those opportunities that might arise served us really well, particularly when we're thinking about COVID. And I think those things we learned during that period of time, we've been able to apply very quickly to this situation. This is another situation, feels unfair, very worrying, can't control it. So we took exactly the same approach and started to look at what opportunities are there, from the situation that we're in, albeit terrible. So once actually we did all of that, we got some new contracts, we won our appeal. So actually by the end of it, we ended up way further in front than we would have done, because if we'd won that contract, we wouldn't have looked at these other opportunities and explored other areas. We would have just carried on, and probably been bitten by it another point in the future. So I suppose what I'm trying to say, and maybe to take away from this, is that every situation, even the bad ones, creates a gift and an opportunity, and they're not always easy to see. They're not always immediate. Sometimes they even take years to be able to see the opportunity and gift that was created by a situation, but they are there. And the quicker, entrepreneurs can move their mindset to look for those, the easier it becomes after that point. And it does take some bravery and some boldness, but I think we're all made of stern stuff. So I hope that's been helpful, and stay safe.
To receive a complimentary copy of the Progressive Partnerships book for entrepreneurs on Kindle or audiobook, plus loads of other goodies at the intersection of investing and small business, go to callumlang.com now.